You've probably heard the word kombucha before, or have seen it at the grocery store, but what exactly is it, and how is it made, you might wonder? Well, simply put, kombucha is a fermented tea. The fermentation takes place after introducing a SCOBY, SCOBY, or symbiotic colony of bacteria and yeast to black or green tea with sugar. The fermentation process takes from a week to a month, and some may choose to induce a second fermentation after adding fruit, herbs, and spices to add additional flavor. Depending on the length of fermentation, the resulting fizzy drink can vary from sweet to vinegary. Zooming in to see what goes on the cellular level, we can group the process into 3 phases. The first phase consists of respiration, which is an aerobic process, meaning it requires oxygen. Since this is the first phase, there will still be oxygen readily available in the jar. The oxygen is used to help the yeast in the SCOBY convert sugar into carbon dioxide and water. In the next phase, the bacteria from the SCOBY and starter liquid feed on the sugar and the yeast begins to break down. The bacteria uses the sugar to form cellulose, which creates a new layer of growth on the top of the brew, which forms a seal and shuts out oxygen. Lastly, the process of fermentation finally takes place. This consists of the yeast breaking down the sugar into carbon dioxide and ethanol. Additionally, the bacteria will use the carbon dioxide and alcohol to produce acids, which results in the sweet yet tart flavor of kombucha. To make your own kombucha, you'll need a gallon glass container, 3 quarts of purified water, 1 cup of sugar, roughly 4 to 6 tea bags or 4 to 6 tablespoons of loose leaf tea, kombucha SCOBY, 1 to 2 cups of starter liquid, which can be unflavored kombucha from a previous batch or purchased, a coffee filter or cloth large enough to cover the jar, and a rubber band. To begin, first heat up 4 cups of purified water in a pot, and once it starts to boil, remove from heat and let it cool for 1 to 2 minutes. Then, add the tea and let it steep for 7 to 15 minutes. Remove the tea bags and stir in the sugar until it dissolves. Pour this mixture into the glass container and add the rest of the water. Add the SCOBY and starter liquid, and then cover the container with the cloth or filter with the rubber band securing it. For 1 to 3 weeks, leave the container in a warm room, roughly 75 to 85 degrees Fahrenheit, in a ventilated area out of direct sunlight. Within the 1 to 3 weeks, you may choose how long you want it to ferment based on your preferences. The longer it sits, the stronger the vinegary flavor. When you're satisfied with the flavor and want to store it, first remove the SCOBY and strain the liquid through a cloth into bottles with tight-fitting lids. If you want to flavor the kombucha, place the desired fruit, herbs, or spices in the bottle and let it sit for 1 to 3 days. Once the desired flavor is reached, move the bottles to the fridge. When brewing your own kombucha, it's important to be mindful of the dangers that come with fermentation. By creating an environment that allows fermentation to occur, you consequently pave the way for unwanted microbes to grow. An effective way to prevent the growth of spoilage microbes is to use caustic sterilizing agents. Don't worry too much, however, about accidentally poisoning yourself because it's pretty obvious when a batch goes bad and because it won't look right nor taste good.